Hi, good morning. I'm Dr. Ahadi. I wanted to talk about two issues that are basically the most important energies that drives us, and I think basically everything else. According to my opinion, basically that the energy of life and the energy of death, and the spectrum between that. And the reason I'm bringing that up is that the fear of losing and the fear of death basically is the extreme line that we can look to then analyze the behavior that we have in our living days. Now, what does it mean? It means that in a scenario where a person is in a condition that he or she gets very involved, attached, love, care, and pay attention to a person who's the mother, father, husband, brother, significant other, as they say. And then they lose, and in some kind of like a mechanism, they begin to lose this loved person whom they have invested their emotions and energy. Then the pain would be so immense at some situations that the person begins to react by getting a sense, especially if we are a child, and we're growing up, and our expectations and our point of view about the world is very different, and it's not yet matured. So when we are a child and we see this kind of loss that happens around us with losing a loved one and significant other, we begin to get the fear of death, which we have experienced it, of a loved one, and then our personality structure, based on our images, we could begin to experience the world as how painful it could be that if I invest, if I care, if I enjoy, and then I lose what I've invested and loved and enjoyed. So then the mechanism of I would not feel happy, I would not be enjoying, I would not be caring, and I would not invest emotionally in this world. So when I lose it, I don't go through pain. And then I begin to expand it in the family, the surrounding, the people around me, and then convey this message that loving and caring and paying attention and excelling and going ahead in life and the responsibilities that we have to take are nonsense. Because if I do that and I love it and I have a good time, then when I lose it, it's going to be very painful. So you people around me, don't get invested in me, don't have a good time with me. We're going to be having a very bad time, because when we have a bad time, we want to be prepared. Now this mechanism of understanding and dealing with death basically is a symbol of dying every day, because I'm afraid of dying one day. Now, if you have to die every day symbolically to feel bad and to go through pain and to have frustration because I don't want to get through pain at that time, then it could be analyzed and looked upon in the spectrum of everything. Of I don't want to excel, I don't want to, what's the point of going ahead in my job, what's the point of getting a better job, what's the point of looking for a better job, what's the point of taking risk to have a more intensive, a more complicated, a more challenging life, because if I do that, I'm getting close to our memory of the death and what I went through, and I don't want to feel pain, so better I just sit down and just have a piece of bread and a little bit of cheese and don't go for the steak, because if I lose the steak, I'm going to be very unhappy. Now, this point of outlook has to be changed, because if we have insight that we are losing every day, we are suffering every day, we will be in pain every day because we are trying to avoid the pain of when we lose everything, then we are going to be able to go for the steak, so to speak, symbolically. And if we lose it, we have to suffer the pain there. It's nothing to do with any kind of like underhandedness or illegal or ruthlessness to our environment. Just to be taking risks, enjoying our life, being happy for what we are, enjoying every day, and don't feel guilty and fearful that if I'm happy today, what if I'm not going to be happy tomorrow, and then if I'm not happy tomorrow, I'm going to lose. So I'm going to be losing every day because I don't want to lose when I lost, which we are losing anyways. So this point of outlook could be very important, because of this energy of life and death always in conflict with each other. So when we are born, we are dying. In a way, looking at things and then understanding, to understand death and to enjoy what we are doing when we are alive, which is a very big spectrum going through the obsessiveness, compulsive behavior, besides the genetic parts and chromosomal and inherited aspects of a human being. These are all the perceptions that we could have, and the problems that could arise with the problem related to fear of death. And I hope we have a good life, and you have a good life, and talk to you soon.